I can see vehicle headlights approaching down the driveway towards the open gates of Balmoral now. Headlights on what is a cortege of vehicles approaching. A police outrider motorbike to my right has started its engine. And here comes the procession now, carrying the Queen's coffin towards the open gates of Balmoral. There are about 6 black cars all in a line. The first of which is now approaching the open gates at Balmoral in the autumnal sunshine in Aberdeenshire. Driving very slowly, the hearse is at the front. We can see the Queen's coffin, which is draped in the Royal Standard of Scotland with a wreath of flowers on top. Driving past the floral tributes now, this cortege makes its way past. And what a sight as the Queen's coffin rolls by ever so slowly, with the Royal Standard of Scotland draped over the coffin and that wreath of flowers. It approaches the Balmoral Bridge, and at the other side of that bridge are the local people, the onlookers, the well-wishers, who are standing by to say farewell to one of their own as the Queen's final journey from here begins. The hearse at the front of this cortege now approaching that first group of onlookers. I wonder how they must be feeling. She was so vital in this part of the world, so vital in church congregations, in community settings, at events here, summer after summer, year after year. Queen Elizabeth II and the coffin carrying her, going past those onlookers now and heading towards the main road, about 200 metres from where I'm speaking to you from. It will turn right onto the main road, heading towards Edinburgh, eventually passing through many of the towns in this area, including Ballater, perhaps best known. It's so close to Balmoral, of course. We've already been made aware that there are hundreds of people on the streets in Ballater, ready to see this cortege pass by. It has now approached the main road, and the vehicles are turning onto the main road with those police outriders to guide them through the 6-hour journey towards Edinburgh and the Palace of Holyrood House. There are a few places, a few towns that the cortege will pass through today. Many hundreds and thousands of people will be out on the streets to say farewell. And so the Queen has begun her final journey to be buried at Windsor Castle, eventually, following her funeral, which is a week tomorrow. Today, then, is her final goodbye, really, to the place dearest to her heart, the place where she could be at her most relaxed and where, even if momentarily, she could lay down that burden of holding the realm together in this 50,000-acre estate in Aberdeenshire. And this, then, the final goodbye from a community who saw her as one of their own. Queen Elizabeth II requested that people around the world would pray for her on the day of her coronation, to pray that God would give her wisdom and strength to carry out the promises that she went on to make. Well done, then, good and faithful servant. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord.
Callum, thank you very much for that. And there'll be more from Scotland throughout the day here on Times Radio.